எல்லாம் வல்ல அன்னையின் திருப்பாதங்களை பணிந்து வைரவ பெருமானுடைய விசேட பூஜை வழிபாடுகளிலே இன்றைய தினம் இங்கே அமெரிக்காவிலே உள்ள ஹவாய் தீவிலே இருந்து வருடா வருடம் லண்டனிலே நடைபெறுகின்ற சைவ மகாநாட்டிற்காக சொற்பொழிவு ஆற்றுவதற்காக ஆச்சுவி முருகன் கோயில் மற்றும் லூசியம் சிவன் ஆலயத்திற்கும் விசேடமாக வருகை தந்து இந்த சைவ மகாநாட்டை சிறப்பிப்பதற்காக வந்திருக்கின்ற சுவாமிகள் அவர்கள் விம்பிள்டன் விநாயகர் பெருமானுடைய ஆலயத்திற்கும் சென்று அங்கேயும் சொற்பொழிவாக்கி இன்றைய தினம் எமது ஆலயத்திற்கு வருகை தந்து இந்த பூஜை வழிபாடுகளிலே சிறப்பித்திருக்கின்றார்கள். அவர்களுக்கு அன்னையினுடைய திருவருள் கிடைக்க பிரார்த்திப்பதோடு இன்றைய தினம் இந்த பூஜை வழிபாட்டிலே கலந்த அவர்களுக்கு நன்றிகளையும் தெரிவித்து ஆலயத்தினுடைய நிர்வாகத்தினுடைய சார்பாகவும் அடியவர்கள் உங்களுடைய அனைவருடைய சார்பாகவும் அவர்களை வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்று இப்பொழுது ஒரு சில நிமிடங்கள் இங்கே சமய சொற்பொழிவு ஆற்றுமாறு அன்புடன் அழைக்கின்றோம்.
Trustees of the temple for inviting us. We're very happy to be here on this auspicious occasion and participate in the worship of Amman first with the Abhishekam and Vairvar Peruman. Wonderful special puja, very intense puja. We were very happy to be part of. I just have a few words to share. It's short. Get my tablet to work right here. It's from my Guru Rajeswari and it's about the gods are living realities. The Hindu religion brings to us the gift of tolerance that allows for different stages of worship, different personal expressions of devotion, and even different gods to guide our life on this earth. Yet it is a one religion under a single divine hierarchy that sees to the harmonious working together of the three worlds. These intelligent beings have evolved through eons of time and are able to help mankind without themselves having to live in a physical body. These great Mahadevas with their multitudes of angelic devas live and work constantly and tirelessly for the people of our religion, protecting and guiding them, opening new doors and closing unused ones. The gods worshipped by the Hindu abide in the third world, aided by the devas that inhabit the second world. It is in the Hindu temple that the three worlds meet and devotees invoke the gods of our religion. The temple is built as a palace, kovil, in which the gods reside. It is a visible home of the gods, a sacred place unlike every other place on the earth. The Hindu must associate himself with these gods in a very sensitive way when he approaches the temple. Though the devotee rarely has the psychic vision of the deity, he is aware of the God's divine presence. He is aware through feeling, through sensing the divine presence within the temple. As he approaches the sanctum sanctorum, the Hindu is fully aware that an intelligent being, greater and more evolved than himself, is there. His God is intently aware of him, safeguarding him, fully knowing his inmost thought. Fully capable of coping with any situation the devotee may mentally lay at his holy feet. It is important that we approach the deity in this way, conscious and confident that our needs are known in the inner spiritual worlds. Physical representation of the god, be it a stone or metal image, a yantra or other sacred form, simply marks the place that the god will manifest in or hover above in his etheric body. It can be conceived as an antenna to receive the divine rays of the god, or as the material body in or through which the god manifests in this first world. Man takes one body and then another in his progression through the cycles of birth and death and rebirth. Similarly, the gods in their subtle bodies inhabit for brief or protracted spans of time these temple images. When we perform puja, we are attracting the attention of the devas and mahadevas in the inner worlds. That is the purpose of a puja. It is a form of communication. To enhance this communication, we establish an altar in the temple and in the home. This becomes charged or magnetized through our devotional thoughts and feelings, which radiate out and affect the surrounding environment. Chanting and satsanga and ceremonial rituals all contribute to this sanctifying, creating an atmosphere to which the gods are drawn and in which they can manifest. By the word manifest, I mean they actually come and dwell there and can stay for periods of time, providing the vibration is kept pure and undisturbed. The altar takes on a certain power. In our religion, there are altars and temples all over the world inhabited by the devas and the great gods. When you enter these holy places, you can sense their sanctity. You can feel the presence of these divine beings, and this radiation from them is known as darshan or shakti. The reality of the mahadevas and their darshan can be experienced by the devotee through his awakened third eye or ajna vision, or more often as the physical side of the image in the sanctum, coupled with the inner knowing that he is there within the microcosm. This darshan can be felt by all devotees, becoming stronger and more defined as devotion is perfected. Through this darshan, messages can be channeled along the vibratory emanations that radiate out from the mahadevas, as well as from their representatives, the second world devas, who carry out their work for them in shrines and altars. To understand darshan, consider the everyday and yet subtle communication of language. You are hearing the tones of my voice through the sensitive organ, your ear. Meaning comes into your mind, for you have been trained to translate these vibrations into meaning through the knowing of the language that I am speaking. Darshan Shakti is a vibration too. It is first experienced in the simple, physical glimpse of the form of the deity in the sanctum. Later that physical sight gives way to a clairvoyant vision or to a refined cognition received through the sensitive ganglia within your nerve system, the chakras. Through these receptors, a subtle message is received, often not consciously. Perhaps not immediately, but the message that the darshan carries from the Mahadeva, direct from Lord Ganesha, direct from Lord Murugan, direct from Lord Shiva himself, manifests in your life. This is the way the gods converse. It is a communication more real than the communication of language that you experience every day. It is not necessary to understand the communication immediately. The devotee may go away from the temple outwardly feeling that there is no particular message, or not knowing in his intellectual mind exactly what the darshan meant. Even the words you are now reading may not be fully cognized for days, weeks, or even months. The depth of meaning will unfold itself on reflection. Visiting a Hindu temple, receiving darshan, Shakti from the majestic gods of our religion can altogether change the life of a worshipper. It alters the flow of the pranas or life currents within his body. It draws his awareness into the deeper chakras. It adjusts his beliefs and the attitudes that are the natural consequence of those beliefs. But the change is slow. He lives with the experience for months and months after his visit to the temple. He comes to know and love the deity. The deity comes to know and love him, helping and guiding his entire evolutionary pattern. Darshan, Shakti, coming from the great temples of our gods, can change the patterns of karma dating back many past lives, clearing and clarifying conditions that were created hundreds of years ago and are but seeds now waiting to manifest in the future. Through the grace of the gods, those seeds can be removed if the manifestation in the future would not enhance the evolution of the soul. Nandari Manatama.
அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி. இவ்வளவு நேரமும் அமைதியாக இருந்து இந்த பூஜை வழிபாடுகளையும் இந்த ஸ்வீட்டையும் செவிமடுத்த அனைத்து அடியவர்களுக்கும் நன்றிகளை தெரிவித்துக் கொண்டு தொடர்ந்து இப்பொழுது பூஜை நடைபெற்று வைரவ பெருமானுடைய விபூதி பிரசாதமும் அனைத்து பிரசாதங்களும் வழங்கப்படும் என்பதை அடியவர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் அறிய தருகின்றோம். 10 நிமிடத்திலே எல்லாம் பூஜைகள் நடைபெறும் என்பதை அடியவர்கள் அனைவருடைய பூஜைகளுடைய நற்பலன்கள் அனைவருக்கும் நல்ல ஆசிகளாக கிடைக்க நல்வாழ்த்துக்களையும் தெரிவித்து எல்லோருக்கும் எனது நல்ல ஆசிகளையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கின்றேன். வணக்கம்.
त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृताः एते धनं धान्यं पशुं बहुपुत्रलाभं शतसंवत्सरं दीर्घमायुः